Hi there my friends, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be taking a look at the Kuretake Granulating Colours. I've already opened it and we have Aurora Red, Aurora Pink, Aurora Orange, Aurora Blue and Aurora Violet. And then this tray, the sixth tray, has been left empty for mixing the colours. So as you can see by the image on the front, it shows you that the pigments within each colour actually split. So the idea is, after reading up on this company, the idea is you mix this with a lot of water and then you add it to wetted paper as well. Then you allow it to dry on its own, you allow it to dry naturally. So don't use a hairdryer or a heating tool or anything like this, because you have to give the pigments time to separate. So what I've done is I've just misted these with some water with a spritzing bottle. And because we've got the 5 colours, I didn't want to keep cleaning out this little palette, so I pulled out a little palette here. We'll go for the Aurora Red to begin with, which is this one. So as I said, these have been pre-sprayed, so we'll mix a lot of pigment into the brush, pick up a lot, and then pop it into the first swell. Now, I haven't used these, so this is new for me too. Okay, so that's the pigment mixed into there. Clean the brush up. Pick up some clear water. And still got a little bit of pigment in, but it's clean enough. And we'll wet that area there. Let's see what happens. Okay, well, there's lots of movement. The paints really do move very well. I don't want to mess with them too much, but I will drag this end onto the dry paper. Okay. Okay, I'm back and it is the following day, so I've let these dry overnight, and wow, I am so pleased with how these have dried. Yes, you can see the separation where it went wet on wet, and even separation where it went wet on dry. So I'm really happy with how these have dried. Just one more thing I want to check now before I start an actual project with them, and I do have something sketched out. I just want to see how well they lift, so I'm just wetting a brush, just pull it over some of the dried area, lifting it with a tissue, and it looks like it's picking up the particles of pigment that have separated out from the underlying colour. So these pink pigments are lifting off the blue undertones. So I'll just see if that's the same in everyone. So I'm expecting the pink to lift off of the blue undertone here. Let's see if it's the same. So I know we're going to be able to get some really nice effects when working a project. And again with this one. And I'm not scrubbing the paper, just very gently moving the water across, making sure I'm still in frame. Yes. Yep. So not getting down to the white of the paper, but removing just some of the pigment that have separated. So another thing I'll just try very quickly is I'll use an actual scribber brush. So this one's by Rosemary Co. It's called an Eradicator. It's the small one. I'll just see if that bottom one, the bottom layer can be lifted without damaging the paper. Can be lifted a little bit more than using a soft brush. So already we've got 4 different ways we can use these paints. Wet on wet, wet on dry, lifting with a soft brush and lifting with a harder brush. And I mean the difference is between that one and that one is very slight, but it is a difference. So just finish off these. With this one, it's pretty much the same. There's not a lot of difference, and I don't want to damage the surface of the paper. Okay, so next thing, while these were drying sort of overnight, I did sketch out a lionfish, and then I've just gone over the actual pencil drawing very lightly with a putty rubber just to lift the marks up a bit. But I hope you can see that. As soon as I start adding paint, you'll be able to see the actual form of the fish taking shape, hopefully. So, next step, move everything out of the way. I'm going to stick with one colour. I'm just going to stick with the Aurora Orange to do the lionfish, and whether we embellish it with ink later on or pencils or something, I'm not sure yet. So the colours have been left overnight, and as you can see the pigments have separated, so definite separation within the pans, which is really nice to see. And it's this one, the Aurora Orange, that I'm going to be using for this painting. So here we go.